is John. I'm a veteran of Iraq and Afghanistan. I want to talk about the dangerously ignorant and patently unfounded ideas that Donald Trump has about fighting extremism and fighting Islamism. These are profoundly important issues. We absolutely have to defeat extremism. We have to defeat Islamist ideas and empower the liberal Muslims, the ones who believe in pluralism and democratic forms of Islam that promote counter-narratives to extremism, that foster a kind of inclusive democratic version of Islam that allows for human rights and that roots out extremism. Winning that war of ideas from 1,000 directions through a robust, multifaceted information campaign is the absolutely essential non-lethal weapon in the long run. This is the long war of ideas that we have to win. Part of this also involves working with communities, be it neighborhoods in places like Molenbeek, London, and Paris, places here at home, or a village abroad. In places like Syria, Iraq, or Afghanistan, the ability to work with the local population, to work alongside the human terrain is absolutely paramount, not just in defeating insurgency in war zones, but in helping Muslims and communities root out extremism and to have a bottom-up Muslim-owned solution. I was an Arabic speaker, Farsi, Pashto, worked alongside the Pakistan border in Afghanistan for a Pentagon program called Human Terrain System. I was in special warfare, essentially PSYOP, and have been through various other types of training in the special warfare community when I was in the Army. I've been to Iraq twice, I've been to Africa, and I've also worked immensely with different projects involving the war of ideas against Islamism and extremism. And you could ask many veterans who've been, even people far more seasoned than I have, people who've been in 20 or 30 years, who understand who understand the importance of non-lethal, non-kinetic ways to work alongside the local populace, and just how central this is. And there's certain measures that Donald Trump's taking, such as banning, the idea of banning all Muslims, even temporarily, or the certain draconian measures that give us a sense of security in the short run, but in the long run diminish our ability to build these relationships and dilute our ability to work alongside the human terrain, to empower Muslim communities, to build trust and develop relationships. And I encourage more veterans of special warfare, of counterinsurgency, and more people that, as well as Muslims, to speak out about the dangers of this and how our best ally, including friends of mine here in New York City, people from all over the world, from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, North Africa, who've come from these societies and who are trying to empower more Muslims all around the world, as well as secularists and ex-Muslims, to build a counter-narrative against extremism and also to promote democratic inclusion and freedom in a way that's compatible with Muslim identity. The ability to do that and the ability to work with communities here and in Europe is absolutely essential to root out many of the extremists that we're trying to deal with. And this has to come from the human terrain. This has to come from the human population. Muslims are at the tip of the spear in the war against extremism. My name is John Curbo. Movement's called ReasonRevival.net. I wrote open letters to Donald Trump. It's on Medium.com. I just encourage people to read this 2 days before the election. I'm not endorsing Hillary or any other candidate. I'm saying this is a profoundly important issue, and we need to build more bridges between war veterans and Muslims in this fight against extremism and convey this to more Americans. Thank you.